Good morning, everyone. Welcome to once more again our Entrepreneurs Morning Vitamins. Once again, welcome to the call. I really appreciate you guys taking your guys' time to come out and enjoy the morning with us and start off the morning the right way with our Entrepreneurs Morning Vitamins. Guys, I just want to, before I go into the call, let me just introduce the panel members here with me. This morning I have Jackie M. Powers from Florida. She's a Minister of Prisons. She's a deal side expert. She's a wife and a mother of 3 beautiful kids. Jackie has been a nurse, a certified nurse for 12 years, and she's been in the industry for over 15 years. Next to the panel, we have Ann Williams out there in North Carolina. Ann has been in the industry for 9 years, and she's a certified paralegal. Now, a little bit about myself. Oh, I gotta pause this. To myself, I'm Earl Cox. I've been in the industry for 12 years. I've been doing 2 years full-time from home. I work full-time from home, guys, and I enjoy it a lot. I love what I do, and I have the passion to help others, build financial freedom, and that's my passion, to help others, have success, in the industry. Like I said, this call in the morning, we're here to actually boost everyone, give everyone the drive to move forward, to move forward and build their dreams instead of building somebody else's dream. And this call is for all entrepreneurs. We're not no company specific. We're wide open for everyone. So I encourage you to invite your prospect, your guests, your friends, your family to this call in the morning time, so they can actually see the value that we provide. All right. Before I go on, guys on the panels, you want to say anything to the guests this morning?
Hey, El. Hey, and hi, guys. Welcome to the call.
Good morning, Earl. Good morning, Jackie. Welcome, everyone, this morning.
Awesome. Morning, guys. Well, glad to have you guys on the panel with me. We are here to boost everyone's spirit. I mean, everyone, and I know you're happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. Jackie, happy to be here, because he help us start the morning off the right way. And that's why everyone should have to actually have something to start off your morning the right way, so you have to be in the right mindset.
Absolutely, El. Absolutely. I'm glad to be here. Can't wait to learn.
That's good morning. Let me say, hey, Casper, welcome. Welcome to the call this morning. All the way from Estonia. That's awesome. All right, guys. This morning we deal with rejection. I know that's a topic everyone, that's something everyone have problems with. So I'm gonna just get started. I know you guys can see my slide. Type out 1 in the chat box. I know you guys see my slideshow that I have going on right now. So type on 1 in the chat box. Make sure you see the slide. All right, how to deal with rejection. All right, guys, I have a lot of my team members who actually, I always get the questions on how do I deal with rejection. And the answer is that don't worry about it. If you get rejection, that's fine, guys. That's fine. We learn from that, right? The worst I ever had is a prospect actually saying it's a bad time to speak and actually hang up the phone without me saying a word to them. Most of the time when you call a prospect, you want to use the approach. When you say use the approach, we teach. It's more pleasant. Using the word we teach, actually, that word actually proven to give you very little more rejection if you correctly use the word we teach. Okay, so it's a very pleasant environment, because instead of you actually trying to pitch someone, when you tell someone you teach them something, they'll be more willing to listen to you, listen to what you have to say, because you're going to teach them to do something. So that's, you want to actually use that word, put it in the right context. So just think about it, that word we teach, and that's something that everyone will actually they'll be on the download. They won't have their defense up that high. So try and use that in your whenever you approach someone. And again, having a script, guys, having a script is not really, I won't say you should have a script written down. If you have a script, there's a way I'm going to actually show you, if you have a script, how to do it, so you won't sound like you're actually reading from a script itself. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. All right, the next slide we have is, what do you do when the prospect rejects you? Right? I have some points. I have like 4 pointers. Okay. The first thing, you need to actually set the stage for listening. Right? Excuse me. I'm not sure if you could actually help me out. You don't want to use that word. When you call someone, you don't want to tell them you're not sure if they could help you. Right? I was calling to see if you could help me. You don't want to use those words. Those words are actually going to, discourage a prospect, because you're asking them, you're not sure if they could help you. Remember, you call the prospect because you want them to get in whatever business that you have. That's some words that you want to stay away from, some phrase you want to stay away from. All right, number 2, if either you're speaking too fast or speaking too slow. Okay? If you call a prospect up and they answer the phone and they have a high energy and you're delivering whatever your invitation or your speech very slow, with low energy, that could be actually a turn off for your prospect. They will actually sense that. Okay, so when you call your prospect, if they're hyped, you want to be hyped too, and you starting the conversation, so you should be hyped. Your tone of your voice should be that you're ready to go, you're excited. That's the type of tone that you want to give them. So you want to avoid, using that low energy when you're delivering an invitation or a presentation to your prospect. Okay, guys, so you want to have that energy in you. Number 3. All right, making a prospect nervous with your tonality or your body language. Right? If you start talking and you sound like you're actually reading from a script, like I said, then immediately that's going to actually turn away your prospect. Right? They will know. They could tell. Okay, so that, like I said, if you're using a script, I'm going to show you guys exactly what I do when I'm using a script. All right, number 4, you need to understand your prospect tonality. Right? When you're talking to a prospect, right, let them know. So they will actually know quickly if you're actually open to talking to you. You will know because you listen to the tone of the voice. You have to pay attention. If it's a good time for them to actually to talk. Guys, because you could tell when someone is not a good time for someone to talk to you on the phone. The way they respond to you, you could tell. So don't take it personally. It all depends on the situation. You may call a person in a bad time, so you have to listen. Listen to the way your prospect respond to you, and that could actually tell you, if it's a good time or not, and that could actually avoid you feeling rejected, right? If you pay attention and you hear the way they speak, you will know. So a simple way to actually the goal is simply to get the permission of your prospect to look at your opportunity or your presentation that you actually presented to them. All right. Remember, we are actually looking for experienced marketers. Yes, we look for new members also, but the goal is to find experienced marketers because they are the one actually building a business. A lot of prospects out there not into the business mind. They don't have the business mind, so they're not really into making a business. Especially here on Facebook, guys. We know we all on Facebook for social media. And we market on Facebook, but not everyone is there for business. So like I said, if you reach out to someone on Facebook and they tell you they're not interested, don't take that personally, right? Don't feel like they reject you because they don't like your business opportunity. They're not probably on Facebook for business. Everyone is different. So experience is the best teacher, guys. So you got to realize that. And the more calls you make, even you're calling prospect, the more comfortable you're gonna be. Like I said, when I started off, I'm gonna tell you guys when you're reading from a script, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how you could do that from a script. Let me get to that slide. I'm gonna skip that. Let me get to that slide. I'm doing 2 things at the same time, guys. Right, so let me give you some few ideas to overcome your fears. All right, 1, you want to practice saying your speech every for 30 minutes. Right, keep your speech under 30 minutes. Practice saying it 30 minutes, so you keep it under that 30 minutes when you call someone. Number 2, make phone calls daily. If you have prospect number, call them daily. Practice what you do, and you're actually going to get perfect at it. Right, number 3, search for answering machines. Right, if you, like I said, if you're shy, or if you're reading from a script, you want to find prospects answering machine. So I'm going to give you an example of that. If you call someone and you got a script or you're shy or you feel you can't really talk to people, you're not comfortable doing it. If someone answers the phone, sorry, I got the wrong number. Like I said, you're calling to get the answer machine. I call that the dial and ditch. Right? It's a dial and ditch method. I'm going to give that training in a different training, a different webinar. All right, guys. So dial and ditch. What it is, when you call someone phone and they answer the phone, sorry, wrong number, and hang up. Right? You want to get the answer machine. No, once you get someone answer machine, that's when you're going to read your script. And remember, keep your script under 30 minutes. Right? You read your script and keep it under 30 minutes. Leave it on the lead. That's the message you're going to leave on the answer machine for that person that you want to get in contact with. Either you want to drive them to a sales video, or you want to get them to call you back. So guys, that's the way to do it if you're phone shy. But you want to actually call prospect daily and get used to it. Don't be shy. Don't feel bad if you get on the phone with someone and they say that it's a bad time. Don't feel that rejection because they're not actually rejecting you. Like I said, you have to feel if it's a good time for that person. Okay, I have some more notes here. I want to add one more thing. Amber, one more thing before I add you on, before I bring you on. Right? I find the best way to overcome your fears, guys, of rejection is to see what's actually happening. Right? The more times you approach your prospect and starting a conversation, the more I saw that people actually usually respond in a positive way. So the more times you actually connect with people, talk to them, it's better that it's less objection you're gonna feel, because the more you do it and the more you talk to someone, you'll feel less rejected, because the less you do it, if every time you're trying to do something and you feel shy or you feel scared, you know, you will always feel the same way. But the more you do it, the more you get comfortable doing it, you can actually get better at it. All right, guys. So that's one thing you want to look at. The more do things, practice what you do, practice what you preach. Go out there and share, talk to people. That's the only way you're gonna actually be able to get over your rejection or get over your fears. And you want to take it from here?
Sure, Earl. Thank you. I love that information. I love what you said about overcoming the objection and practicing. I can remember many times practicing, and I was a big script person until I could take the words and make them my own, which is what you want to do. But I practiced in front of the mirror. I would practice if I knew I had a big goal and I knew I had a big event to do or something to do where I was going to be doing a lot of speaking. I practiced, and the more I practiced, the better I got. So I love that. You're right. The more you do it, the better you do get. And one of the things about rejections, objections, whatever you want to call them, because they're basically the same. One of the things I learned early on, a good way to overcome them is by anticipating them. Because you know you're going to get them. You know that you're going to get rejection. Usually it takes people, 5 to 8 times to look at something or to be presented with information before they actually do make a decision. And they're going to give you all kinds of rejection in the beginning or objections. So one way to overcome them is by anticipating them. And when you do that, you're putting yourself in control of the whole process of talking to that person or prospecting them. By you anticipating them, you're putting yourself in control, which is where we should be. We should be the ones that are in control. Another way in overcoming objections or rejections, I say objections, Earl says rejections, is to make your prospect feel comfortable. Nobody likes to be sold to or recruited. They don't. You know, they want to be able, in their mind, that's their decision. So the more you can make them feel comfortable and let them know that you understand how they feel, the better off you'll be. And one approach that I've used in all my career, whether it be paralegal, because we dealt with a lot of legal issues and a lot of unhappy clients at times, is the feel, felt, found approach. You know, for lack of better words, sometimes one of my mentors a couple years ago told me that when you don't know what to say, you just say, great, and it gives you a minute to think of what to say. So this ties into the feel, felt, found too. A lot of times I couldn't think quick enough for what they were saying. Maybe it was something I didn't anticipate them saying. I would just tell them, I know how you feel. You know, I felt that way too. But what I found was that our products have really helped a lot of entrepreneurs. You know, whatever it is your opportunity or your product is, use that method. It puts them at ease, and it helps you at ease, you know, be at ease as well. So that was always really good information for me. I know how you feel. You know, we do get a lot of objections, and probably 3 of the biggest ones that I've heard, no matter what opportunity I've been with, what I have done is, I don't have any money. That's always a big one. The biggest one, I think, is a lot of people say, I don't have the time. And the other one was, oh, I can't sell, or I'm too shy. You mean I have to connect with people? And my response to that was always, especially when somebody would say, I don't have the time, I would, depending on who you're talking to, you got to cater your story to who you're talking to. You know, a lot of times, if I was talking to mothers or even single dads, I would explain, you know, I know how you feel. I felt that way too. My husband has his own business, and he's gone a lot, and so I'm here with our daughter a lot, and I can certainly understand where you see that you don't have the time, and I can appreciate that. But did you ever realize that busy people get things done? You know, and I would ask that question to them to see what they would say. And I would, again, I like the word teach that Earl used, because my next question out of my mouth after I would hear what they would have to say, if I could teach you how to make an extra $150 to $300 a week profit, do you think you can find the time? Listen to what they say, because again, it all boils down to listening and catering your responses to that what they're objecting to. I mean, it's always, you're always going to get objections, always. With money, people, I would say, great. That's the I certainly understand how you feel. But that's the best reason of all for taking a look at what we have to offer. If you have more month than money, let me show you how we can teach you how to make extra money a month. A lot of people, you know, I go into these common objections because they're the ones we get the most, and that's what I'm touching on. You know, people would tell, I hear this a lot too, even though they're on Facebook and have a gazillion friends, or in their phone they have a gazillion friends, people would say, I don't know anybody. Oh my gosh, that was a big one. I don't know anyone. And I would again say, I know how you feel. When I first started out, I didn't know that many people either. But what I found is this is a great way to meet so many people. All you need is one person. That person knows somebody, and that person knows somebody. And that's how it all starts. And those were some of the answers that I gave to some of the most common objections, rejections that I get. And even with the one where I don't know anybody, you know, a lot of times we are working on Facebook or we are working through our computers. But if you get to sit down face to face and talk to that person, or if you're sitting there with them, 99% of the people today, or let's say, okay, I'll back it down, 95% of the people today have cell phones or devices. Ask them to pull out their cell phone. Next time you're sitting with someone, you're talking with someone, and they say, gosh, I don't know anybody. Ask them to pull out their cell phone when they say that, because they're going to have contacts in their cell phone, but yet they don't know anybody. So that's another way to show them, well, yes, you do know people, and really all it takes, like I say, is one person to start. The bottom line, I think, the whole time that you're sitting there, you know, one of the key things, like I said, is anticipate the objections. You know, this puts you in control. Remain positive. Oh my gosh, remain positive. When you're on the phone, when you're on the computer, you know, we have all these little emoticons where you can do smiley faces and things like that. When you're on the phone, smile through the phone. People can hear you. People can tell whether you're excited or whether you're just like a monotone person talking. Have you ever been on the phone with somebody that talks like that, and you're thinking, well, gosh, and they're trying to get you to either look at something or buy something? You know, we get telemarketer calls all the time, and I had one the other day for Law Roofing, my husband's business, and I was like, oh my gosh, this person must hate their job. I wouldn't have bought from them if they were the last person selling what they were trying to sell.
They keep talking, right?
Yes, and they were just like, oh, I thought, can you speed this up a little bit? I wanted to insert words into their mouth, but I was like, oh my gosh, they were not excited about their product, I can tell you that. So you do want to remain positive, and just don't let that person put the risk of failure in front of themselves before they give themselves a great chance for success, because they're going to talk themselves out of it. They're going to say so many things, it's going to work in their brains, and they're going to start, oh, I can't do this, there's no way. So by anticipating, you already have your responses, what you can say to them, so that they don't talk themselves out of, they may be your next superstar, your next rock star, but you've got to talk with them, develop that relationship, and let them know, oh my gosh, let them know that you are going to be there and teach them and help them. You know, you're not going to be their babysitter, but at the same time, you'll be their biggest cheerleader, so to speak.
Yeah.
And that was really what I had to touch on, piggybacking off of you, Earl. So I hope that was some good information. You guys got some good tips there.
Yeah, most definitely. Casper said he was going so fast, he's trying to take notes.
I'm sorry. There we go, talking fast. Must be my little bit of nerves I have going on, maybe.
But like you said, and the only way to overcome your fears is by doing the stuff. You know, going out there and do it. By you not doing it, you know, that's pretty much holding yourself back. It's all about the fear in your mind. That's what actually telling you, making you feel that you'll get rejected. You know, there's a fear. Once you overcome your fear, it's gonna be fine and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's all right, guys. We all go through the same thing. We just have to know how to overcome it, and we just have to go out there and do it. Like I said, you have to practice. You know what I'm saying? You have to do it. Make the phone calls. You know, guys, you have to go there and actually do the stuff, because if you're not doing it, your mind will keep telling you that you can't do this stuff. That's why it's so important. Practice, practice, practice. I do it to myself, guys. You know, I practice. Sometimes I get phone shy. I'm not gonna lie to you, but guess what? I get up and I do it. I show Jackie and Ann get phone shy also. We all are humans, guys. We all gonna have that mindset of fear of people telling us no. But it's fine when people tell us no, guys. No is for, I mean, not everyone is actually going to get into business, and we have to accept that. We just have to move on, you know, learn how to accept the no's and keep going until we get the yes. Like for example, I tell my guys, my team, hey, every morning, talk to at least 10 people. If you get 10 no's a day, that's fine. You will get one. If you talk to 100 people a day and you get one person, that's great. That's one yes. You know, so all no's, I mean, no's are okay. It's okay to get no's. Don't get discouraged. Don't feel rejected. You know, someone tell you no, that's fine. Just move on. That's the main concept, guys. Move on. Don't let that hold you down. Jackie, you want to add anything?
Most definitely, Earl. When I started in this industry, rejection was a big thing for me. I mean, I think everybody hates it. I hate to be rejected. It really hurts. It feels bad because when you talk to people, you expect people to see what you see, and when they don't see it, you'll be like, are you okay? Is something wrong with you? Because you know their situation. You know that they need this opportunity as much as you do, but you know, because of the reasons that Anne gave, they have flimsy excuses why they don't want to do this, why they don't want to change their situation. Now, that was then back in the days when I started in the industry. I mean, when I got a rejection, God forbid, let it not be early in the day, I was just going to be, knocked down. I wouldn't even have the energy to move forward because of one rejection. Now, as I grew in the industry and as I became should I say, for lack of a better word, a veteran in the industry and going through several coaches and mentors, I did learn a lot. Now, what I learned was this, that this industry is a game of numbers. People lie, numbers don't lie. Statistics show in the industry that if you talk to 10 people, you will have one person join you. So now you do the math. If you talk to 100 people, how many people will you have join your organization? You're going to close 10 people going to say yes. That means talking to 10 people or talking to 100 people doesn't mean that you just introduce your business to them, your opportunity, and you don't follow up. Talking to them means following the right approach that Earl and the other leaders have been teaching. Don't pitch. Create a relationship, connect, find a need, and then present. When you see the need, you present a solution, and then you follow up until they say yes or no. So basically what we're saying is, if you talk to 10 people all the way to the end and close them, you will have one sign up. So if you talk to 100 people, you want to write it down. If you have going to make a notepad or notebook or something, try it and you will see that numbers don't lie. If you follow through 100 people, you will get 10 signups. Now, that also tells us about the law of average. If you keep doing this consistently, day in, day out, there is no way you're going to make it. Now, 9 people have rejected you, and only 1 accepted you. And if we know that this industry is a game of numbers, we just need to go through the numbers. And your numbers are not my numbers, because Earl may have to go through 300 people to get, to get the 3 people or to get the 30 people that will make him a millionaire. But Jackie may have to go through 30,000 or 3,000 people. So we are all different, and that's what a lot of us fail to understand. That as we're in the industry, or maybe in the same team or in the same company, one person can just go through 100 people and find his 5 that will make him a millionaire. But the other person will need to go through 1,000. Now, if you looked at the person who went through 100 and became a 6-figure income earner, and you now put that as your target, and you go through 100 and you don't have your 3 or your 5 that will make you a 6-figure income earner, and you give up, then you have lost it, because we are all different. So the goal here is that go through the numbers. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what that number is. What matters is that you must go through the finish line. Like Earl said, that a lot of people have tire puncture. They don't abandon the cars on the highway on 95. They don't abandon the cars. They call the tow truck. They look for ways. They call their cousins and aunties and uncles, and they loan money to buy a tire, to buy a new tire, or to fix that car. They don't give up on life. A lot of people get married and get divorced and remarry. They don't give up on marriage. A lot of people have failed relationships, but they don't stop loving. A lot of people get fired, but they don't stop looking for jobs. So why do people give up in the network marketing industry? I don't get it. So you don't stop. You don't stop until you make it. And when we're having another thing with this is objection. Let me not get out of this. Objection. When you face objection, I'm going to go back to when I started and how I used to be very sad and disappointed and even sick when somebody said no to me. But then when I grew up, my paradigm shifted. How did it shift? Rejection is a good thing. Because if you look at the law of average, if you look at the game of numbers in the industry, you will realize that if you have to get 1 yes out of 10 people, you have to go through 9 no's to get a yes. So if you have not had a yes, that means you have not gone through enough no's. So get excited when somebody tells you no. Get excited when somebody rejects you. Another thing, another paradigm shift is this. When somebody rejects you, they are not good enough for you. They have either you have disqualified them. I've gotten to a rank. I say this in a very humble way. I've gotten to a rank and a level in my business where I disqualify people. I do not get, guys, listen. I don't get excited when people hit me up and ask me about my business opportunity. I do not. I don't get excited when people tell me they're going to join me in my business. I don't. I don't even get excited when they join and they sign up. It doesn't excite me. I get excited when somebody joins and is on fire. I'm a fire person. I'm aggressive. And if you join and you're not on fire like me, it really doesn't. It's just like you're interested, but you really don't have the will. You don't have what it takes to run the race.
The passion.
So now what I'm saying is this: rejection is a good thing. Look at it like this: they have disqualified themselves. They are not fit to run the race, guys. This is a life. Life is warfare. Life is a war. Only those who fight and fight well make it. And if you're going to make it, you have to look for warriors. Why do you want a weaker link to be in your organization? So they either disqualify themselves or you disqualify them. At this point in my life, I disqualify a lot of people. There are people who reach out to me. I'm going to close this. We don't have much time. They reach out to me for my business on Facebook. Guess what I do? I go check them. I read their wall for the past at least 2 weeks. I want to see their mindset. I want to see what they post. I go read their about page. Honestly, I don't even reply. That's the level where you want to get to. That's the level one. And I believe that I know where Earl Cox, a great leader that we have, I know where he's going to take us to eventually. We're going to get to a point where we want to take this to another level. We want to take these trainings to paid advertisements. We want to have results. We want to make things happen. We should be ready to sacrifice. I mean, time and money, so that we don't have time, to entertain laziness and entertain people who are going to waste our time. How can we hit and hit hard? I think I'm looking forward to those days that we're going to be training on how we can start. I mean, not too much money. Whatever thing we can come up with, whatever, cheap advertisements that we can get into, so that we can get the right people with the right mindset, and leave all this free marketing that takes a lot of our time. I mean, it's good. It's good for beginners. It's good for those who don't have enough enough money set aside, but there are also very cheap ways that we can get this paid advertisement going, and I'm looking forward to that, El. Thank you so much.
Awesome, Jackie. That was powerful. I realize we don't want to stop this morning, but it's okay when we go over a few minutes. That's fine, guys. But like I said, I really hope you guys grab this information, grab what we're telling you, and put it into play, put it into use. There is a lot of different ways of overcoming your fears, overcoming your rejection, your objections. Guys, you have to come over it. You have to get over it. You just can't sit there and just ponder on it. Okay, but once again, I want to thank everyone for coming on the call this morning. Thank you guys for taking the time off your busy schedule to listening to us every morning, 09:30 to 10 a.m. Monday through Fridays, guys. We'll be here once again tomorrow on another topic. I'm not too sure what it's gonna be, but we're gonna have a topic for you. We're gonna make sure we have a plan for you guys. So once again, thank you for coming on. You guys on the panel and on Jackie, I appreciate you guys taking the time up every morning to be on the panel here, sharing with everyone. Boosting everyone up, boosting everyone morale, the motivation, keeping everybody going. Towards building their dreams. And I appreciate you guys actually here. Sharing is caring, guys. Sharing is caring, and I strongly believe that. Once again, Earl Cox here, Jackie M. Powers, and Ann Williams, wishing you guys have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Thank you for coming on the call. See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, Earl.
Thank you, El. God bless you guys.
Thanks, Jackie. Bye, Casper.